Good morning, everyone. We're here this morning talking with Andrea Johnston from the Cochrane Public Library, and she's here to promote all of the great physical activity resources that the library has, as well as the lending library and their support of the Community Better Challenge. So we're just going to hang out here and wait for Andrea to join us, and while she's doing that, lending library and their support of the Community Better Challenge. We're just going to hang out here. I see that she's joined. Andrea to join us, and while she's doing that, let the library and support of the Community Better Challenge. Oh. Yes, it worked! Yay!
Yay! Yeah, I had to switch. My phone from my desktop, so it's a little wobbly. I apologize. Maybe I can brace it up there. There we go.
Yeah, you got it. You're a pro. That's awesome. I know everyone's so nervous about it, but then once you're in it, you're like, you figure it out really quickly. So that's fantastic. Yeah. All right. So Andrea, thank you so much for agreeing to do an interview today and help promote all of the great work that the library is doing, not only with the books and the reading, but also your resources to support people getting moving and being active in our community. So maybe just as a start, just tell us a little bit about yourself. How long have you been with the library, and maybe why you love working and living in Cochrane?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much for having me on. So I am a born and raised Calgarian, but I've been living in Cochrane for 5 years. And I've been working at the library for 5 years, and it's been so much fun. I started out as the community and program librarian. I'm now the head librarian and assistant director, but I'm still in charge of student and teen programming, so I have a ton of fun at my job.
That's fantastic. I love it. And I know where I first sort of came across you was at our interagency meetings, where all the local kind of social service agencies join and share their resources and programs. And so the library is such a crucial resource in our community for everyone. So when I heard about, all of the great physical activity kind of resources that you have there, I was really excited. So maybe we'll jump ahead and you can just talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, for sure. So that's another reason why I'm so excited about this challenge, and I hope that Cochranites take part in it. And the library is here to help support that journey and this challenge. And we have tons of ways to help you get involved. So we have a large library of things. And this includes our outdoor equipment library, our life jack lending library, our wellness lending library, and even our traditional picnic game lending library. There's lots of equipment that you can get here for free that can help you get active. So some of these items include life jackets, of course, hiking poles. We have first aid kits. So if you do go hiking, take along a first aid kit to keep yourself safe and healthy. GPS devices. We have a weighted hula hoop kit, which I've tried it myself. It's so much fun, and it really does work your abs. So highly recommend that. We have yoga kits complete with yoga blocks and straps and DVDs. We have a fitness bingo game that the whole family can take part in. We have aerobic steps. We have a Zumba kit. We have dodge tag, which some of the staff here at the library may have participated in, and we're firing balls at each other in between the stacks. It was hilarious. We have indoor and outdoor croquet. We have an indoor shuffleboard. We have three-legged race straps. We have horseshoes. And so much more. And you can find a full listing of our equipment on our website. So check it out and then come and see us. We are open again.
Yay, that's exciting. And so, if you want to share a few photos too of your library, if you have it all in one place, that would be awesome. And we can post those on our Facebook as well. I think people seeing that will be, I think, surprised. Like, are people generally surprised when they find out the library has that? And how is the uptake been with it?
Yeah, I love whenever someone new comes into the library, because a lot of our equipment is out in the main foyer, and they walk in and they're like, oh, I didn't know that the library had power tools, and then they hear more about all the other equipment that that we have. And they get really excited. And we actually started our outdoor equipment library with snowshoes, and the uptake was so incredible that allowing patrons to put holds on items, we had to switch to first come first serve because there were so many people that wanted to utilize this program. So that got us really excited. We started applying for more grants, and we were able to get a grant from Breck. Thank you, Breck. And Bass Pro Cabela's. And so we have more snowshoes, and then of course all this extra outdoor equipment that I highlighted. So we're very, very excited.
Yeah, that's so great. I think yeah, it's really useful. So with that said, I'll maybe just talk about the challenge a little bit, and then with all of that great equipment, that'll allow our Cochrane community members to be more active and take advantage of. Maybe it'll be even busier than ever. But with the Cochrane Community Better Challenge, we're participating in a challenge that's being I guess hosted by Participaction. So our good old Hal and Joanne team from years back are still going strong, and Participaction's put together this challenge to kind of really engage at the community level. And it's kind of a fun competition to see who can be named Canada's most active community. And so right now, I think as of yesterday, we were 11th in Alberta, and I think we're getting around the 100 mark across Canada. And so every day as we do these videos, we're getting more and more people involved. Yeah, it's awesome. And so the way that you, well, as a library or as an organization, you could actually create little events if you have, you know, group sessions coming up, or you could just promote it throughout the library and have individuals coming in to sign up, and then an individual would download the Participaction app and then go to the Community Better Challenge, and you can log your daily minutes of activity there. You can set up a team so that there can be a group of 8 people that are kind of either competing with each other or trying to total up the most minutes to compete with other teams. It also blends in and sort of tracks with your fitness apps or your fitness watches, so you don't have to log your minutes, it does it for you. So there's a lot of great features on there. So we'll talk maybe a little bit more about that at the end, but maybe you can speak to it a bit. Obviously you've done a little bit of research on this since we chatted. Are you signed up, and where do you see like this being the easiest fit for people to get involved?
Yes, I have signed up. It's so easy to use. So I highly recommend that everybody, you know, get involved. And I think this is just such a great way for the community to come together. And anything that encourages us to be more active, especially in the midst of a pandemic, where you know things have been really hard and it's hard to get motivated. This is such a great motivator to get out, get active, and I think it's wonderful even just for our mental health, you know. So I would love for our entire town to get involved in this challenge, because I think it's just another great way to show off what a great community we are. And you know, $100,000 doesn't hurt either.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah, I think that's awesome. I know for me, we set up a little team with a few friends, and now I feel encouraged to even go for that little extra walk at night because I don't want to let my team down. I want to make sure that I'm contributing my minutes. And your point around the mental health is huge. We know that the great work of the Social Recovery Task Force here in Cochrane and their study research that they've done over during COVID is really clear that the levels of mental health kind of issues and anxiety in Cochrane is increased quite a bit. And so I think we're really excited to do something fun that kind of gets people's mind off of the COVID, encourages them to get outside, encourages them to, maybe even now we can have more people getting together. So it's really encouraging that social connection that I think is so important, and really will strengthen our community. So that's great. So what about you? What are your favorite activities to do other than maybe the weighted hula hoop?
Weighted hula hoop was fun. I've never been able to hula hoop, and I think the weight helps balance. I don't know. But anyway,
Yeah,
Um, but the pathway system here is so amazing. I love going for walks, even just around my community, which is Fireside. But I also love exploring the ranch. It is so beautiful there. I have some gorgeous pictures of the trees in the fall changing colors. It was so gorgeous. So definitely the pathway system is a big draw for me.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And I think one of the things we're going to be encouraging over the next couple of weeks, because I think we didn't mention the challenge goes through the month of June. So we're already, on the 11th. So we want to really encourage everybody to get out. You can go back if you go on the app, or sorry, on the website, you can go back and track activity from the start of the month. I think it's a little bit trickier to do on the app, but yeah, you can go back and do that. But we're really hoping to kind of get people taking pictures of themselves out of their favorite locations in Cochrane. So hopefully we'll see a picture of you walking out on those paths that we all love so much in Cochrane. It's awesome. Yeah. And so I guess what else? What was your favorite activity growing up? You grew up in Calgary, so what were you up to there?
Yeah, so swimming was definitely absolute favorite thing to do. In fact, my parents always had to make sure that there was either a lake or pool or both whenever we were going on vacation because me and my siblings were big water dogs. We were constantly swimming in the water. I did synchronized swimming for a while. I became a swim instructor and a lifeguard. Um, so yeah, we would go nuts if we couldn't swim. So that was definitely one of my favorite activities growing up.
That's so awesome. That was where I got my start as well, was as a swim instructor. Well, I always loved water, but then swimming instructor and lifeguard and aquasize instructor as well. And it's still remains one of my favorite jobs and memories. Yeah, I think the aquatic environment is just so powerful, right? And it's yeah, it's another element when we talk about physical literacy and developing that. We want to develop that in all environments, sort of air, water, ice and snow, and the land. And so yeah, we have access here to so much great water opportunities. So it's awesome. Yeah, that's super. So Andrea, is there what do you think we should do with $100,000 when we win it?
Um, I think I was thinking a lot about this. This was a really good question. And I think one thing that I would love to see is just more conservation efforts in our world, just in general. Let's protect nature as much as we can. The reason why we're getting all these animals coming into town is because we're encroaching on their natural environment. So I would love if we could have protected land areas, walking trails, interpretive centers, education, that would be so awesome. But my other thought was this massive event, like a great big party, and we could have Joanne McLeod and Hal Johnson and come, which would be so much fun. And they could like lead us through some physical activities. And there'd be, healthy food trucks and music and just yeah. So those were my two thoughts.
Oh my.
And a big party.
Okay, well, I think we better start messaging Hal and Joanne. Maybe that will raise us up in the profile here and we can get them planning a visit. So I love it. That's so awesome. Yeah, that's funny you say that. I was out for a walk this morning with my dog, and there's a community fox that lives up here, so we kind of had to do a little bit of a detour because the fox was out, and then of course our wonderful owls that we have at the Cochrane Ranch Park that I think a lot of people have probably seen, and so yeah, you're right though, it's a beautiful place, and the birds, I think Cochrane is really known for being one of the best places in the world, I think, or for sure in Canada for kind of bird watching and the diversity of our bird population. So you know what, you raise a good point, and the nice part about that is the conservation effort is around like still getting people to be outside, right? If you go outdoors, you're more likely to be moving as opposed to when you're indoors anyway. So it kind of ties in with our mission as well of kind of getting people more active and more resources to experience all those great benefits. So that's fantastic. Yeah. All right. Well, I think, yeah, this is so amazing, and really want to promote the equipment and the resources that you have at the library. So we'll definitely, get some photos up there and share the link to the website, because I think that although you say it's really popular, I think there's probably a little bit of a secret, best kept secret aspect to that as well. And so hopefully we can get you even more and more support and more people accessing it.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome. Because you're right. We still have patrons come in like, oh, I didn't know. So yeah, any encouragement and
Yeah.
promotion would be awesome. So
Yeah.
we appreciate that.
That sounds great. And so then I guess just a final reminder for folks who are signing up or sharing images on Facebook, just to tag Sport for Life Cochrane and Participation, just to kind of try to create more and more awareness and more, I guess, scope through social media so that we can spread the word and win the $100,000.
Woohoo!
Yeah, go Cochrane.
Cochrane.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, it's been so great to chat with you. And yeah, I look forward to seeing how the challenge works out. And maybe we'll be celebrating with Hal and Joanne very soon.
Fingers crossed. That would be amazing.
Yes. All right. Thanks so much, Andrea. Have a great day.
Thanks so much, Leah.
Okay.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.